All right, welcome back everyone. My name is Pritesh here with Kaizen Crypto, bringing you another video. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. In this video, 90 commercial deals in the pipeline for Cardano, as well as inquiries for a CBDC in Africa. Also, we can see a nefarious actor has come about in the Cardano ecosystem, claiming the ticker IOHK. So this is definitely something I wanted to bring to your attention. If you are a delegator to this stake pool, I wanted to give you some information on what to look at if you are choosing to delegate to a pool. Also, we can see that now you are able to stake your Cardano with Etoro's trading platform. Very excited about this. Etoro is a huge platform that is loved by many traders. So if you hold ADA, you will now be able to earn passive income on your holdings. Also, Cardano's DeFi development is in full swing. So recently, Emergo's CTO sat down for an interview talking about how Cardano is going to be able to take the reins from some of these DeFi projects that are built on Ethereum and really start to move forward with the scalability aspects of a lot of these projects. Taking a look at that. And lastly, if you all stay till the very end, the 2020 Wyoming Hackathon is going to be an incredible event where we will see a lot of intellectuals and a lot of technically savvy individuals who are ready to start building on Cardano. So if you all are interested in that type of content, be sure to stay tuned. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me here today to get things started. So recently, Charles Hoskinson came out in an AMA giving the community an update on some things that we can anticipate moving forward. So he was talking about some things as far as releases to the Cardano node as well as Daedalus. So they're really trying to focus on speeding up the sync time for the Daedalus wallet. Also, they're going to be working on several projects such as an identity center, a voting center, a QR center, paper wallet center. So Daedalus is really going to be this hub of services that are available for Cardano. He also went on to talk about what we can anticipate as far as Goguen. So as far as any tentative dates, unfortunately, we weren't given any tentative dates. I think we've kind of learned from past experiences that setting unrealistic expectations, especially as it comes to things like software development, not really the best look for the community. So in a way, I'm actually kind of glad that we don't have anything concrete just yet because quite frankly, in his AMA, he stated that they just really weren't confident in those dates. So I'd really rather have it that way as opposed to having a date and those expectations set. And then all of a sudden there's something that comes up, maybe a bump in the road, and then we can't meet those deadlines. So as far as the anticipated release for Goguen, so we're talking about that, and there's really nothing stopping us at this point as far as a release of Goguen this year in 2020. But I think as far as any tentative dates, still to be expected. So if you guys do want to stay up to date with that type of information, be sure to subscribe. I will make sure to keep you all updated. As far as what's happening with these 90 project partners in the pipeline, that is incredible news. So just to clarify, Charles Hoskinson said that it's not necessarily 90 coins that they want to move over. They are talking about an ERC20 converter. It's actually going to be the commercial team at IOG has 90 potential deals in the pipeline. So not necessarily tokens, so to speak, as far as cryptocurrencies, but they're talking to a lot of people to be able to move over and start integrating into the Cardano blockchain. So really incredible to see that. And as far as a central bank digital currency, this has become a hot topic as we're seeing these digital currencies come about and a lot of these central banks trying to catch up on this wave. So in his AMA, Charles Hoskinson said that he would like Cardano to be a replacement for the Bank of International Settlement and all the non-BIS banks to come to use Cardano as a connecting tissue. So he said that we've got some strategies on CBDCs and we're thinking about them for a while. And we have a lot of banks in Central Africa that approach us saying, hey, let's do something. So what would be really incredible is to be able to use the Cardano blockchain to facilitate these settlements over these large multinational banks. So as far as things like stablecoins, of course, DApps and smart contracts, now we're talking about CBDCs, really going to bring a lot of use and utility to the Cardano blockchain. I wanted to share with you all this here as well. So now we're seeing fraudulent actors here in the Cardano network. Of course, we can see nefarious activities in all walks of life, really, and the Cardano ecosystem is no different, unfortunately. So this stake pool operator has claimed the pool ticker IOHK, saying that it apparently represents the International Organization of Hare Krishnas. I can tell you that this is a little bit insulting, just from the fact that we actually started Krishna Pool. And it's, of course, in no direct affiliation to Hare Krishna, as we're not affiliated directly with any type of religious belief or anything like that, nor are we promoting that. But I do think that it is really sad to see this, being that if we look at what they've done here, we can see that their pool margin, they've increased this to 100%. So essentially what they're doing is they're giving the delegators that have chosen this pool the short end of the straw. So for the delegators who have selected this stake pool, I would just like to caution you when it comes to selecting a pool. If you are delegating to this pool, just a PSA, be sure to switch your delegation. This stake pool is charging 100% of the rewards earned after each epoch. So if you are delegated to this pool, you will not see any rewards. And it looks like people have started to take an interest into this. Before, the stake pool had about 80. It's showing here that at this epoch, it shows about 80 delegators. So if you are delegating to this pool under the ticker IOHK, claiming to be the International Organization of Hare Krishnas, be sure to look elsewhere for delegation. Another way to be able to tell with all these different stake pools, I know that most likely the delegators who looked at this pool saw IOHK thinking that it was an affiliation of Input Output Hong Kong. So what I would implore new delegators to look at are things such as pooltool.io and adapools.org. These are going to be two invaluable resources for delegators. One thing also is that you can actually take a look at the website for the stake pool. So check this out. If I go to adapools.org and if I click on their website, this is what pops up. It's saying this site can't provide a secure connection. That is a red flag in itself. On top of the fact that this pool is charging a 100% margin, it's bad news for delegators. So if you are delegating to this pool, I would recommend that you jump ship as soon as possible. Really glad that we had a bunch of notice and awareness come around this topic from the community. So pool.pm is a tool brought to us by Smogpool. So big thank you to them. This is an invaluable tool as well. And we can see here that this kind of lays out what we're looking at as far as the metrics. And this pool margin of 100%, really it's a red flag. You've got a 100 ADA pledge as well. Any stake pool operator that's worth their salt is going to put in more skin in the game than 100 ADA. So definitely just be sure to do your own due diligence as it comes to delegating to a pool. Of course, if you do have any questions, myself personally, I'm available. You can contact me via email or via DM. I'm happy to help new delegators. Also consider delegating to smaller stake pools because I know that there are a lot of hardworking individuals in this community. So just wanted to put that out there. I wanted to bring some awareness and attention around this topic. Make sure that if you are delegating to a pool that you are at least familiar with the stake pool operator and that you're doing your due diligence as it comes to choosing the stake pool. Next up, we can see that Etoro is now offering staking services for Cardano. So this is really incredible. I know a lot of people use Etoro to trade cryptocurrencies. So as far as how it's going to work, if you are a holder of Cardano, you will be able to earn passive ADA by keeping your ADA on the Etoro platform. Now, as far as the returns that you can anticipate from what it says in this article, eToro investors that hold Cardano ADA will earn approximately 75 to 90% of the company's monthly staking yield. So for example, if staking brings a 6% return on investment, investors will earn 4.5 to about 5.5% on their crypto holdings. So it's a little bit less than what you would earn had you just delegated to a pool using one of the official wallets. But of course, this is a way for eToro to offer this service. They do have to make a profit to make this service available. As far as the staking process, of course, you guys know that this is not financial advice. If you are interested in earning passive income on your ADA, I would also implore you to consider delegating to a pool using the Daedalus or the Yoroi wallets. These are two of the official wallets for Cardano, and I think that if you're interested in earning passive income, you should definitely just do a little bit of research and see if it's going to work better in your interest to either keep your ADA on an exchange or just have it in your own wallet. And of course, with that being said, you guys know, not your keys, not your crypto. So just my two Lovelaces there. Wanted to go ahead and share that with you all as well. taking a look at DeFi. So Cardano's DeFi development is in full swing. So recently, Emergo's CTO, Nicholas Agueros, sat down and talked about DeFi and how what we're looking at with Ethereum is a prime opportunity for Cardano. So what we're seeing with a lot of these DeFi tokens is that with the amount of activity happening on the Ethereum network, a lot of these projects can't seem to scale to reach a point where they are actually usable by many people. In a video titled The DeFi Uprising, he actually gave some details on the UTXO model and how this is a much better way to play in this DeFi space. So let's go ahead and take a look at this clip from Nicholas Agueros.
I was under the impression that Cardano is an ETH killer and gas fees is a big problem now. How will Cardano tap on this opportunity?
Oh yeah, that's like a nice introduction for that question. So basically, we are avoiding most of like the unnecessary operations in the chain. For example, as I mentioned, for example, you are not going to be having to interact with that many smart contracts, because also instead what you can do is like verify that some information was actually signed by some specific like private key through the usage of its public key. And also because we are like working with scalability solutions that are like using sharding, which is also what other blockchains are aiming to use. And for example, Ethereum is working in that. But the problem that they could have is that they still have a model that uses like global state. So it's going to be like really tricky to have something that's centralized but running like multiple different parallel blockchains. And that's why the UTXO way of a smart contracts is really interesting, because something that's parallelizable through sharding also should be parallelizable in the smart contract level.
DeFi is quite distributed. DeFi has a lot of different segments. What do you think is the biggest DeFi use case where UTXO is the most value add that adds value to that sector in DeFi?
Cool. So basically, I think right now there is a lot of like proof of concept, and even like 7 years ago, Ethereum was a proof of concept. But as we are building and testing like new different ways to utilize this technology, we realize that sometimes the technical part is not like good enough. So in Cardano, UTXO doesn't limit the applications that you can do, but actually the UTXO is like a better way to play nice with other technologies that we see are required for a blockchain to scale up. And personally, I really like everything that's mostly related not so much to the current usage of DeFi, but actually more about like what I can see in like a second level, which is for like banking the unbanked, and also fully banked the semi-bank. And but right now that's like really tricky, because for example, if we're going to be using a stablecoin like DAI, and you want to move from dollars to DAI, you're going to be paying like 12% just to buy DAI. So it's like not actually practical for people. So there are like a lot of like different problems that we need to solve as an industry, so people can like jump on chain and off chain quite easily and without spending money, because actually unbanked people don't have that much extra money to like be spending in like fees. That's actually what they're trying to avoid.
So very interesting to see that, there's so many things that are possible in DeFi as it comes to things porting over to Cardano and even new projects being brought into the space. So really cool to see that. And last up, for those of you all who have stayed till the very end, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video here today, please be sure to drop a like for me. I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that the Wyoming Hackathon 2020 is now available for registration. Definitely want to make sure that you join this if you are a programmer, if you are technically savvy, and if you're interested in learning more about building on blockchain. So lots of really cool presenters here in this event. So we're going to be seeing Caitlin Long speak in this event. Also, we're going to have many different people showing up, such as Kraken, Blue Ocean, Digital Management, of course, IOHK, Cardano. And we're going to be hearing from a lot of prominent speakers within this ecosystem. So if you're interested in building dApps, if you're interested in smart contracts, if you want to learn more about building on Cardano, I would definitely recommend that you go ahead and join this hackathon. It is a free event. It's going to be virtual. You want to make sure you add this to your calendar. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at what we can anticipate with this Wyoming Hackathon.
The Wyoming Hackathon really excites me because it's really showcasing all of the great legislation and great opportunities for blockchain that Wyoming has, and it's showing these developers that Wyoming is a great place for tech.
I can never Google those information which I got to see in this conference.
It's going to really revolutionize a lot of the ways we do business and finance in the world.
The most influential part of this weekend is really meeting all the experts in the blockchain space. To have validation from these experts on some of the thinking that we have with regard to the mechanism, with regard to the data, with regard to the technology is so valuable.
So very cool to see that. If you guys are interested in registering, I will be sure to leave a link for this website down in the description below. All right, everyone, that is what I have for you all here in this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did find some value, again, please be sure to drop a like. And if you want to stay up to date with Cardano content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. All right, everyone, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.